Good evening, children. It's your friendly neighborhood Rave, and today we're going to be talking about something really awesome, something that I've always wanted to do for a long time, but never got around to for one reason or another, but today's the day. We are going to be changing the pickups in one of my go-to guitars. But before we get into that, I would like to kindly ask you to please hit that thumb button, turn it blue, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and turn on that notification bell so you could know when the next video is up. Let's open up a dialogue. Let's talk to one another. I feel like we don't talk anymore. We don't connect like we used to. I just want to get back to where we once were. You know, not trying to be dramatic or anything, I'm just saying. So I'll give you a minute to handle all that. I won't even look. Did you do it? I'm going to take your word for it and assume you did. Thank you. On with the video. Today we're going to be switching out the pickups in my PRS single cut. Now this guitar has been with me on the road forever. I bought this guitar probably circa 2011. I won this guitar off an auction on eBay, so I was very happy about that. And it was at a time when I needed a guitar that could handle a lot of distortion because at the time I was in a metal group and long story short, I needed something that could rock. This guitar more than did the job. On every gig that I've ever had, every show that I've ever played, this guitar has been there, whether as the main guitar or a backup. Part of the reason is because it feels great. Thank you, Paul Reed Smith, for the wide fat neck carve, which we could all agree is a godsend. And it sounds great. Believe it or not, this is not the most expensive guitar in the world. It's from the SE line of PRS's lineup, which means it makes it affordable for the working man. But I'll be damned if it does not sound great. If you want to hear this guitar in all its glory on its own solo, listen to Blackbird. I used this guitar on the first album to record that. And it was actually during that time that I was moving away and transitioning my playing from being very technical metal kind of stuff to being something a bit more unique, a bit more me, I should say. It was around this time that I was trying to come up with a new kind of sound for myself anyway, where I was trying to marry dark kind of ambient vibe with just sexiness and sadness. It's just finding a good marriage of that. I wanted this sound, this energy, what I like to now call the spellsy sound, to be evident not only in the sound of the guitar, in the tone of the guitar, but also in the chordal approach. And that wouldn't have been possible if it were on any other guitar aside from this PRS SE single cut. So just to give you an example, when I think the quote-unquote spellsy sound, yes, I think of Mercedes, I think of Ilunga. Those are songs that I feel are the best examples of that vibe that I was going after. And they were recorded on this guitar. Now, I've done shows with this guitar. As you could see, it has a lot of battle scars. It's pretty much all stock. I didn't do anything to upgrade or change it. I just added this one cool Gustav Klimt sticker of the Kiss. It's one of my favorite paintings. And I just added it right on the body because it was more or less the vibe of all the songs I was writing. I felt that the sound, that spellsy sound, as well as the songs I was writing, matched this painting to a T. And that's it. I mean, this has been my workhorse forever. You guys already know how I feel about most production guitars out there. A lot of them are hit or miss. PRS is known for their consistency and quality. And I mean, I've had this guitar, like I said, since 2011, and it's still a beast. It's still my go-to for a lot of the new songs that I'm writing. But the new songs that I'm writing, they require a bit more juice. For some of the songs, I'm requiring a lot more heaviness. I'm requiring a lot more balls, distortion. I need a guitar that can handle that. Stella can, but there's just this one quality that this guitar has. It's just a particular sound and a feel that changes how I approach playing guitar, that only this guitar has, that Stella does not have, that makes it kind of ideal for the songs that I'm working on. I basically need this guitar to sound like this guitar, but more. So that is to say, I need the cleans to sound pristine. I need the heavy distortion sounds to be brutal. The best way I could explain it to you from a practical standpoint is, so I've done shows with this guitar and it's good, but I need it to be great. But even when I'd be playing, I'd always in the back of my mind go, oh man, this is great, but I'm almost like 90% sure I could get more out of this guitar. And after wondering about every little spec, what I can change, what I cannot, and going through the process of building my own guitar and designing that, I realized that probably the only thing that this guitar needs to have changed in order for it to do pretty much what I want it to do is to remove these two pickups. Now these two pickups are fine, they're again stock, but I want clean cleans that are fat and present and brutal death metal sounding distortion, baby. I want to summon Satan through the bridge pickup. God bless the internet because you could find anything and everything on the information superhighway, which is what I did. And after countless hours of research and comparing what I think might work versus what I think might not, I settled on bare knuckle pickups. For those of you who are unaware, Bare Knuckle Pickups is a custom pickup manufacturer in the UK. This is not a sponsored video. I literally sought them out, bought the pickups, and I have been dying to try out something new with this guitar. And I decided to pull the trigger with Bare Knuckle because why the freak not? YOLO. What I said was earlier that I wanted clean cleans and heavy distortion. So what I did to achieve that was I ordered one of their P90 pickups for the neck and a humbucker for the bridge that is supposed to be a very heavy pickup. And guess what? I got it in the mail. It's here. Thank you, DHL. And I wanted to do a tone comparison. I wanted to see if there is any significant difference in the sound of the new pickups compared to the old. And the way I decided to do that is to simply record how it sounds right now and compare it to how it's going to sound after I install the new pickups. Everything else is going to be the same, from my pedal board to how I'm going to be recording it to the strings. I'm not changing the strings. And we're going to see how both pairs of pickups react to my touch, I guess, my playing, whatever. Is there going to be a difference? I don't know. Let's find out. But first, let's unpack. So, trying to make sure you guys don't see my address, because that would be hella creepy. Open it up. I feel both boxes. Which one's the first one we got here? Bare Knuckle Pickup 1. And box number 2. Now, I want to see, because I ordered a P90 and a humbucker, did they put the P90 in the P90 box and the humbucker in the humbucker box? Or did they put the neck pickup, which is the P90, in the neck position box, and the bridge, this is stupid, I know, this is guitar nerd stuff, or the bridge pickup in the guitar bridge pickup position box? We will find out. Drum roll. The P90 neck is in the P90 box, that's in the bridge, in this picture, and the humbucker is in the humbucker pictured box. As you can see, they have marked off the pickups that I ordered, the Nailbomb humbucker and the P90 Stockholm. All right, let's open them up just to see what they look like. Ooh, something fell. That was a Bare Knuckle hand wound UK pick. Check that out, that's pretty cool. That's the Bare Knuckle pickup pick. There's the Bare Knuckle guy. So they sent me a pick, which is pretty nice of them. What is this, a coaster? Wow, coasters, cup coasters, like literally a Bare Knuckle cup coaster. That's pretty cool. Strings, Roto yellow nickel on steel electric strings. 10s, these are pretty awesome. That's really cool. That's really nice of them. They gave me some 10s. Roto sound, I've never tried these, so I am excited. So Bare Knuckle Pickups sticker. That's definitely going to go on the pedal board. A lot of swag here. I'm fairly impressed, gotta say. And there it is. Ooh! Oh man, I'm sorry I made those noises. I forgot to mention that, again, Bare Knuckle Pickups, on their website, they allow you to customize the look of the pickup. And I did that with these P90s, and I wanted the P90s to have aged gold screws, because I just felt it would look great with like the cream binding and the cream pickup guards. And baby, won't you know it. Look at that, aged gold. I'm excited. I am freaking really excited. Bam. I'm going to be taking this to my tech, and we are going to do some work. Ooh. Oh, that's so sexy. That's the P90. That's going to be the neck. For those that know P90s, know that they are supposed to sound like a single coil pickup, just fatter, and that's going to be great for the cleans. Now we're going to be opening up the humbucker, and there goes the pick. So another pick from Bare Knuckle. Thank you to the Bare Knuckle guys. Same swag, coaster, sticker, Roto yellows. Really cool. And oh my god. That was so gross. I'm sorry, but I'm really excited now. So I got the aged gold screw look for the humbucker as well. And I am freaking out right now. Look how sexy. I need to close this before I hyperventilate. So it passes the look test. 110%. Only complaint that I would have is that I would probably have opted for cleaner gold screws. But again, that's my choice. That, like, I made that decision to have it rusted. Because again, like, this guitar isn't necessarily in the newest condition, as you've seen. So I just felt like it would go with the vibe. But I don't regret it. I mean, it looks cool. I need to take a deep breath. Well, there you have it, children. That is this PRS, my baby. Let's go to the guitar tech, get these pickups swapped, and see what happens. Boys and girls, we are back after getting the pickups swapped, and I just want you to look at that. Look at that sexiness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Right off the top, I want to say that the rusted aged gold bolts and nuts in the pickups are a really great aesthetic choice by yours truly, because I feel they match really well with the cream pickup guards and sort of the aged cream binding on the guitar, and they just add to like the character of the guitar, which I like, because I mean it's not necessarily a pristine guitar. It's road worn. It's road worn with care. It's not completely beat up. The one sort of caveat, nitpicky design thing I do have to say is that the pickup covers are different material, it seems. So for example, on the neck pickup cover itself is sort of a matte finish, whereas on the bridge pickup, it's more of a reflective kind of gloss pickup finish. A little bit of a weird look, but again, not a deal breaker for me. But to Bare Knuckle Pickups' credit, on the pickup selector website thingy that they have on there, you clearly see that the neck pickup cover is a matte finish and the bridge pickup cover is a gloss finish. So they were upfront with it. I knew that going into it. Not a deal breaker. So it passes the look test, but will it pass the sound test? Well, we are about to find out. For the record, I have everything set up here to be exactly the same way as it was to when we were testing this guitar out with the stock pickups. All my pedal settings are the same. I'm using the same cable. I'm going to use the same pick. When I took this to my guitar tech, I told him do not change anything about this guitar. I literally told him just take the stock pickups out, put in the new ones, and that is it. My guy did exactly that. I mean, he even kept the same strings on. We did not change the strings. He told me your strings are filthy. I left them on, and I was surprised they didn't snap when I put them back on because they are dirty. So keep that in mind when I guess you're listening to the tone and judging it. Also, funny story, a day after I dropped it off at his shop, he gave me a call and he was like, you know, the wiring in the guitar, it's not as good as it could be. It could be worked on. Are you sure you don't want me to fix that up? And I told him, no, do not do that. Do not do anything else to the guitar. We have to hear the difference caused only by the pickups, and that is it. And my guy, again, to his credit, usually when I give him a guitar to work on, he will even clean it up a bit, you know, when I get some dust on it or whatever. He didn't even do that. Props to him for sticking exactly to the script. As a matter of fact, shout out to Lane, my guitar tech. I'm going to leave his information to his shop down in the description below, so if you're in the New York area and you want to get your guitar set up by somebody who knows what they're doing, check him out. I promise you he will not do you wrong. So before we even start anything, I kind of want to look at the presents before Christmas time, so I just want to see what it's going to sound like. I can't contain my own excitement and do an impartial comparison if I don't know what it's going to sound like, so I have to. Neck position, let's just go for a chord. So right off the bat, I can tell that the pickups are a lot more high output than the original stock pickups. And that's good, I wanted that. But that also presents an interesting conundrum that we kind of have here, a catch-22 if you will. The settings that I have on my pedal board are settings that I set to the stock pickups so that they can kind of correct or make up for what those stock pickups lacked in a live setting for my music. Those settings are still here, so they might not make these pickups sound as good as they should sound, but you will hear the difference in comparison in tone. So I guess it kind of works. But I also think because it's a lot more boomy and punchier, especially with the P90, which is supposed to have like a more percussive kind of attack, which I clearly hear, I think it might be best if we lower the volume overall to like, right now it's at 0 dB, so we're completely level. I'm going to lower it down 2.9 just so that we don't start clipping and make things like distorted unnecessarily. I want to give you as close to a good comparison between the two different tones as I can, and I don't want to go in the red for that. All right, so we already know that the volume is rather loud, or much louder than the stock pickups. We know that, so now we can listen to the tone of the new pickups without having to worry about blowing out anybody's ears or speakers. Another great thing about this, now that I think about it, is that what this allows me to do as somebody who really strives to play with like a super clean tone and just have it be pristine as hell, is it probably would encourage, yeah, see? Baby. Okay, so that's good because that allows me to really sort of roll back on the volume knob on my guitar, which is great because now I have a lot more sort of nuance that I could play with my touch, because I wouldn't necessarily need to perhaps go into an overdrive pedal to get that overdrive sound when all I can do is just go to 10 on the volume. So this is 10 on the volume. Decent crunch. Decent crunch. Here I'm gonna go like to 7. That's a clean. That's interesting. I'm excited. So FYI, when we did the run through with the stock pickups in the guitar, everything was at 10. Volume, tone, everything was turned to 10. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with these pickups. Volume and tone will be exactly at 10, and I'm just going to dial between the settings and the pickup selector. Again, shout out to my homie Audie real quick. Hello. Let's begin the tone test now. So there you have it. First impressions, I gotta say, obviously the pickups are much louder. I wanted that, so that's good. I am incredibly pleased with the bridge pickup. It handles distortion like a beast, and it's giving me those sort of death metal tones that I want to work with for some songs that I have in mind. This is gonna be perfect for that. A little disappointed with the neck pickup, to be honest. I thought the neck pickup would have a bit more quack to it. Usually P90s are known for their quack. When you play guitars with a P90 in it, when you pick that first note, the pick hitting the string, it sounds like a quack. This doesn't really have that. So here, for example, here is the P90 pickup completely clean. It has a bit of it, but not as prominent as I would have thought or hoped or would have liked. So yeah, I mean, I'm a little disappointed with the neck pickup. I would have liked for it to have a bit more top end. It's a bit dull in terms of getting that really sort of crisp, pristine high end that P90s are known for. I wouldn't say this has that. It is kind of saturated though when you put the distortion on. Yeah, I mean, it does have a very saturated distortion sound. And this bridge, man. Nice. I mean, that sounds great. Handles distortion really well. Overall, yes, I am very satisfied with the bridge pickup. The neck pickup isn't bad, but isn't exactly what I was hoping for, just to be honest. But again, it's a interesting, I don't know if I can say it's improvement on the stock neck pickup for my purposes. It is louder. It has its own unique characteristic style that might be better suited for your needs. I'm not entirely sure if it's quite suited for my needs at the moment. But then again, maybe with some tweaking to my pedal settings, it will bring out what I would need from these pickups. Maybe. We'll find out. Overall, very, very satisfied. Neck pickup, not bad. So there you have it. Did you hear a difference? If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. Which pickup sets did you prefer? The stock pickups or the new pickups? Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to also turn that thumb blue and leave a like for this video. It helps out a lot. I appreciate it. And we will see you next week with more musical goodness. Y'all take care.